All right, guys, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, all depending on when and where you're logging in from. And welcome to this Tron Chain presentation by EclipCity. Now, my name is Andreas Cartwood. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the creator of this smart contract, and it is my pleasure to be here to introduce you all to exactly what Tron Chain is. We're going to have a quick presentation, then we're going to have a Q&A, a little bit more detailed walkthrough of what we're doing with Tron Chain and the entire EclipCity ecosystem around. Now, I do notice that there are some updates on Zoom, which means that I need to continuously admit people to be joining that are coming in late because I don't have a password on it. This might be a little bit interrupting for us, but I think we will be able to manage. Let me see here. All right, guys, just stay tuned. Let me just admit the rest that is coming in and get the presentation up. I'm really excited. We got a new presentation or a new design on the presentation today. I hope you guys will enjoy it as well. I think it really, really brands us and who we are. So I'm just going to get that up. Let me see. There we go. And guys, I am super, super excited for everything that is going on right now. You know, I don't know if everybody here knows, but guys, we surpassed, what is it, 115,000 members in the Tron Chain community. And we haven't even been running for 2 months. 3 more days, and we've been running for 2 months. We're already surpassed 115,000 members. Guys, pat yourself on the shoulder. This is an incredible achievement. I mean, everything and all of you, you're doing tremendous work. And I gotta say, I want to thank each and every one of you for the tremendous support and commitment that you all have towards our community. We are here to make a difference. That is for sure. Now, I am going to go on with the presentation. I hope that I will be able to admit people around here. Carl, Mr. Carl Hausen, I see that you are here. Is it possible that I make you a co-host so that you can actually admit people? I see that they're being locked into the waiting room. Let me see here if I can actually make you a co-host. I don't really. No, I couldn't do that either. All right, I'll have to do that myself. So we will be moving forward. Sorry, guys, I am going to share the screen. We will go into the presentation and let's have fun. So let me share the screen here. All right, so as you can see, guys, we have a brand new design on the presentation. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me just see the waiting room here. Admit all. See if I can put that into the side over there. Oh, come on. This just sucks. All right, there we go, guys. So without interruptions, we are going to look at Tron Chain. What is it? It is a DeFi support model which is built on smart contract technology. And it is by far the most transparent peer-to-peer decentralized support system in the world. Sorry, I did this. I just got to admit all this. There we go. Now, before we go into what Tron Chain really is, I want us to take a look at what a smart contract is, because it is very vital to have a basic understanding of what a smart contract is and how it works so that we can actually understand the technology we work with. Now, a smart contract is very easily explained, a self-executing contract that has a program protocol to follow and is deployed on a public blockchain. That means it is fully transparent on the blockchain. It has been pre-written with a code, and that's what it does. A smart contract can actually store any kind of value on the blockchain, and it can execute transfers automatically when the requirements of that specific contract has been met. So you can actually program a smart contract to do exactly what you want it to do. That is the beauty of it. And it has the characteristics of being immutable, tamper-proof, scam-proof, fair, just, and fully transparent. Now, a smart contract will act strictly according to the pre-written rules of the contract. Nothing less, nothing more. It is 100% decentralized, meaning that there's no central point such as a company or any authority or CEO in control of that contract. It can't be stopped, it can't be shut down, and it cannot be banned from the program. That is what 100% decentralization means. All you actually need to participate in a smart contract is a wallet which can interact with it, and of course a little bit of cryptocurrency. Now, there are also no limits to what a smart contract algorithm can do. What's important to know is that the smart contract is there to simply perform the action it has been programmed to do. And it does so when the contract requirements have been met based upon what they have been set for. And it does so without the need of a third party or any human intervention. And that is what creates this massive trust for smart contract technology and the businesses that we're running towards it. Now, let's have a look at what TRON CHAIN is, because TRON CHAIN is also a smart contract, but this smart contract has been designed to provide everyone with a DeFi support fund. Now, first and foremost, what is DeFi? Well, it's a shortening of decentralized finance. So a decentralized finance support fund, and it's fully based on the Tron blockchain and smart contract technology. Any participant can contribute TRX towards the community fund, and they support the Tron Chain community members. Now, by doing so, they will activate the contract code, and they will now start to receive support back themselves from other community members. As said, this is community-based, a community fund. You give to that community support fund, you will receive back from it. Now, Tron is a 100% decentralized and a community-based project, as I just said. And that means that there are no guarantee nor additional profits which is generated in this specific project right now. All that you receive from Tron Chain is received from other community members. This is a peer-to-peer support model. You support others and others support you. Now, Tron Chain can actually be viewed as a decentralized third party, and that will ensure fairness, transparency, and justice for all according to the algorithm code. Now, there are also no mediators or intermediaries. There's no owners, no company, no CEO, no human interaction whatsoever. And this is effectively guaranteeing the fairness of all participating partners and partners funds according to the rules of the smart contract. So this is Tron Chain, the world's first decentralized community support fund, built and based on smart contract technology on the Tron blockchain. Let's see how it works. Now, you can deposit TRX to the Tron Chain community fund. That's the contract address. And when you do so, you will activate the contract code. Now, 24 hours, you will start to receive your first support as a 1% daily return. You will receive this daily return until 310% of your deposit has been received as support back from the community. Now, this 310% is received in 4 different ways. You have 1 which is passive, and then you have 3 which is optional by marketing. Now, when you have received the 310% support through any of these 4 ways, that means the passive that everybody uses or everybody has, and any kind of marketing. When you have received 310%, you have completed a cycle, and in order to receive more from the fund, you will need to make a deposit, a new deposit equal or greater than what you previously did. Now, let's have a look at those 4 ways. So you will have a 1% daily return on your deposit. This goes for a maximum of 310 days, and it is 100% passive to all community members. So this is something everyone receives. This is the beauty and the magic of Tron Chain. When you make a deposit, you support the community fund. And for that, the community will support you back. You will receive 1% for 310 days, completely passive. Now, as said, there are 3 other optional ways where you can actually accumulate that 310% rapidly, more rapidly. So if you decide that you want to share this opportunity with others, you will receive a 10% direct referral commission because you are helping to share and grow the community and its fund. You will also receive a matching commission, which is based upon your partner's daily 1%. And there is a huge incentive to everybody that is building big. There's a daily top sponsor pool, which is set by 3% of all deposits coming into Tron Chain. So we're going to have a look at these in detail, of course. Now, the 1% daily return is pretty straightforward. It is 1% of the amount given as support to the community fund will be given back daily to all users by the system algorithm up to the point when the maximum income limit of 310% is received. So suppose that you support the fund with 1,000 TRX, you will now receive, or you can now receive 3,100 TRX back. Every 24 hours, you will receive 10 TRX until 310 days, or until you receive the maximum 310 limit through any of the other 3 ways. So whichever is reached first. This means that anyone can speed up their returns and complete 310% in just days. And that is what a lot of people are already doing. Now, let's have a look at the direct commission. The direct commission is awarded to the sponsor when a direct partner makes a deposit. It goes for the first deposit they make and also any future redeposit that they might do or might happen. They will always be coded to you. And this is the thing, you can have unlimited partners. This is a uni-level structure. So you're building one line. You're building your direct line, that's all. And they will be building their direct line, which will become your second line. And then your second line will be building your third line and so forth. But going on, let's say that your partner deposits 1,000 TRX, you will now receive 100 TRX as an instant commission. As said, there are no limits to how many partners you can have. And as we know, all commissions apply towards the 3.1 times limit. Now, let us have a look at the matching commission. Guys, the matching commission is the hidden gem. This is the compounding and leverage beyond anything else. And when people are starting now to truly realize what this compensation plan can do for them. And that is why we're having such huge momentum. As I said, 115,000 members around this globe in less than 2 months. Now, let's have a look at this. So the matching commission is based upon your partner's daily 1% return. That means, as we know, everyone receives 1% every single day, right? Now, the matching commission is awarded every time a downline partner makes a withdrawal of that 1%. So let's say that you have partners below you. You built a team. Now, one of your partners decides to make a withdrawal, let's say after 4, 5, 6 days when they accumulated 4, 5, 6%. You will now receive a matching commission based upon what level they're at, a certain percentage, you will receive as a match. This, my friends, is one of the most lucrative and most leveraging plans on the market. It is also one of the most fair. Now, keep in mind, guys, the levels of matching that you receive will be based upon how many direct partners you personally sponsor. So the more that you do for this fund, the more you will receive. You will have 1 level added for each direct referral. So if you have 3 directs that you introduce to Tron Chain, you will have 3 generations or 3 levels down with matching. If you invited or if you introduced 8 directs, you'll have 8 levels of matching. Or if you introduced 15 or more, you will have 15 levels of matching, which is the maximum amount. And let's go through them as well, because I want you guys to understand how powerful this is. Now, for each direct person that you refer, when they make a withdrawal of their 1% daily return, you receive a 30% match. So let's say that somebody just puts, let's say if somebody puts 100,000 TRX to make it simple. They're earning 1,000 TRX daily. Let's say they make a withdrawal after 10 days. They accumulated 10,000 TRX on the 1%. They make a withdrawal, 10,000 TRX goes to them. You receive 30%. That's 3,000 TRX to you. If they choose to withdraw every single day 1,000 TRX, that's 300 TRX to you. For every single person that you introduce, that you have on your first generation, when they make a withdrawal, you will receive a 30% based upon their 1%. On all partners, guys, on all, not just one, but on all partners on level 2, 3, 4, and 5, you'll receive a 10% matching when they make a withdrawal. And on all partners on level 6 to 10, you got an 8% match. And on all partners level 11 to 15, you got a 5% match. So whenever anyone makes a withdrawal in your community team up to 15 levels down, you will always receive a commission. Guys, this is an incredible way to leverage and really create yourself a passive residual income on a smart contract. This is by far the best many have seen. All right, moving on to the top sponsor pool. 3%, guys, 3% of every deposit that goes into Tron Chain is added to the daily top sponsor pool. Every single time when a deposit is made, 3% separates and goes into that pool. Now, every 24 hours, 10% of this pool is awarded to the top 4 sponsors of TRX volume every single day. Every single day, guys. Right now, this pool went from 0 to more than 5.5 million TRX. That means 10% of that, that's 550,000 TRX that goes out every single day, shared among the top 4 sponsors. What happens to the remaining? Well, the remaining 90% is rolled over into the next day's pool. We got a new 24-hour countdown, and as every single new deposit comes in, another 3% is being added to that pool. It continues to increase the rewards of the top sponsor pool. And the allocation for those 10% that goes out is as following. You will have 40% going to number 1, 30, 20, and 10. Now, that means that the first prize right now is paying about 250,000 TRX if you grab that one. And guys, that is not bad. I think that's about $5,000-$6,000. Very, very nice. So guys, this is up for grab every single day, every 24 hours. We have 4 new winners, and that is those 4 that has produced the most TRX volume on that day. Now, let's have a look at the minimum and the maximum deposit limits, because this is needed in order to create longevity, sustainability for this project. So for the first deposit, there is a minimum deposit of 100 TRX. That's less than $4. That means we're open to the world. Anyone and everyone can participate in Tron Chain. And you can deposit all the way up to 100,000 TRX on your first deposit. Now, choose your deposit amount wisely, because once you made a deposit, you will need to receive the full 310 limit before you can make a new. That means you cannot top up, you cannot compound, you cannot do this or that. Once you made a deposit, you will need to receive 310%, withdraw it, then you can make a second deposit. Now, your second deposit needs to be equal or greater than the previous. That means if you deposited 10,000 TRX in your first deposit, your minimum deposit will be 10,000 TRX or higher. Now you can deposit all the way up to 300,000 TRX. Now, third deposit needs to be equal or greater than the previous again, and now you can deposit all the way up to 900,000. And the fourth deposit and any after, keep in mind, any after, we do not stop at 4. They need to be equal or greater than the previous, up to 2 million TRX. Guys, so 2 million TRX is the maximum amount that you can support the Tron Chain community at once. But you have unlimited cycles or redeposits, as we also call them. So once you have received your full 310, you can make a new deposit, and you can do that as many times as you wish. Now, let's have a look at the total algorithm distribution of all funds that are coming in to Tron Chain. Sorry, guys, I'm just allowing people in as well. So out of the 100% that goes into Tron Chain, there is a 5% platform fee. 3% goes away to the daily pool. 10% is being paid out immediately as a direct referral commission, while a total of 82% of all deposits is stored in the contract address and is distributed through the 1% or through the daily 1%, including the matching bonuses. What does this actually mean? Well, it means that whatever I do, whatever you do, and whatever everyone does in this community towards Tron Chain, 82% goes towards the entire community pool. 82% goes into the community pool that supports each and every single member in this community. So 82% of what you do and what your team does goes to every single member in this community. But that also means that 82% of what every single member in this community does goes towards you and your team as well. That is what I call a true team build, guys. That is what a true community does together. They support each other. Now, let us go through some final important notes before we drop off, take a Q&A, and talk a little bit about the developments that are going on right now. Now, it is important to know, guys, that TRON CHAIN is a community-based project. What does it mean? It means there is no company behind this. There is no CEO. There is no one who controls this. There's no boss. This is based upon the community. If the community likes it, the community thrives with it, the community runs with it. And it is 100% decentralized. This is a smart contract deployed on the public blockchain of Tron. Anyone can read the contract. We have even audited it so that anyone can view and feel safe with this contract. And as we know, it is peer-to-peer transactions through a smart contracts. The reason I bring this up is because a lot of people think that peer-to-peer means an instant transaction between two people. No, it just means a transaction between two people without the need of a third party. And that is exactly what we have with TRON CHAIN. The smart contract isn't a third party. Well, it's not taking any fees, that's for sure. It goes into the contract and it goes back out to the members peer-to-peer. Now, when 310% is received, a new deposit must be made to continue earning or receiving from any of the four ways. Why is it this way? Well, it is this way in order to eliminate whatever Ponzi and anything else that anyone would try to call us. Because in a classic Ponzi, you have new members paying old in order to get everything to survive. Now, that is not the case in TRON CHAIN. Because any old member that is now completing their 310 and has received their support, they will now need to make a new deposit, meaning that they're now supporting all members that came in after them. The old members become new, supporting the less newer members. So this is one of the most important aspects of the sustainability. No one can come in and just drain this fund. They will continuously need to make a new deposit. And guys, if we really want to create sustainability and have this run for years and years and years to come, there is a certain strategy you can follow as well. It's not about putting 1,000 TRX, taking 31 out, 1,000 in, 31 out, 1,000 in, 31 out. It's about building yourself up, building you and the community. Go in with 1,000, take 31 out. Go in with 2,000, take 6,200 out. Go in with 5,000, take 15,000 out. You know, rebuild yourself, build your income. Your passive income is the 1% on your deposit. You can build that to be substantial, that's for sure. Now, the unique, of course, guys, is that there are no referrals required in order to receive. Where else will you find that? The 1% pays out daily to every single member, 100% passive. Out of the 115,000 members we have, 115,000 members has received on point every single day, no fuss. Now, as we know, we can increase the speed of our returns by helping out to grow the community fund through marketing and sharing of TRON CHAIN. That is how we build. As said, a community build. This is how it's done. Some people choose to stay passive, others choose to be massively active. Take action, really go through and go around the world, hosting events, building teams. This is what brings the sustainability. This is what brings the community. And there's no hiding it. We are rewarding those people heavily, but this is justified. Why? Because the basic concept of TRON CHAIN is that the more you support this fund, the more the fund will support you back. And that is exactly how it is. And guys, finishing off with the most important thing here is that the admin here is absolutely aiming to develop a complete ecosystem of DeFi services supporting the TRON CHAIN community fund. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about this and a little bit in general, what we're now looking to do in order to create more liquidity, security, safety for the EclipCity and the TRON CHAIN community, of course. So as said, we're aiming to develop a complete ecosystem of DeFi services. A lot of people don't really know what DeFi is. Now, DeFi is smart contract services that allows you or us to participate in ordinary daily use of funds, but we're not going through a third party, which means that you have the opportunity to add, for example, liquidity. You can stake your cryptocurrency, different types of tokens, and you will receive an interest. You will receive interest back on this. And a part of this will, of course, go back into the Tron chain. Guys, there's more than $10 billion locked in the DeFi smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain. We are just beginning with DeFi on Tron. There's already a capital of more than 5 billion on the Tron blockchain, and we have barely just begun. So what we're doing is that we are going to make sure that we conquer the Tron blockchain DeFi space. We want to make sure that we come up with not just one, but multiple within lending, derivatives, oracles, markets, DEXs. We are going to launch it all. And this also means that we will be having DeFi tokens, which will be attached to our community, to EclipCity. We might even have our own EclipCity token, which will have, of course, liquidity from day one. This will add safety and security to any project and any participant that comes into the EclipCity ecosystem as well. So guys, we have a lot coming up. I am super excited about a lot of things. There is so much I want to tell, but I can't tell it right now. But guys, stay excited. Keep building Tron Chain, because as I've said from day one, if you're building Tron Chain, you are building your future. Everything and anything that we do in EclipCity, in all platforms and all services, will, in the end, generate an additional income back to the Tron Chain community, going back out to the community members. That means you guys that have been here from day one, making all of this possible, building the community, helping here to support us to build that ecosystem surrounding it all. Guys, we are making history. That is for sure. Now, with that, I am going to, let me see here, stop talking, and we are going to stop the share. We are going to see if there are any questions that anybody has. I know it was a short and sweet presentation, 30 minutes here now. We went through Tron Chain. We also talked a little bit about what's coming now shortly. I believe, as everybody know, we have had a lot to do with the reimbursement of the EtherChain members as well. A lot of them are now coming over to Tron Chain. They have only been waiting for this. What we're looking for next is, of course, the DeFi services. Well, we're looking for the DEX exchange. We're looking at our own EclipCity token. There are so much that will be coming up, and I can assure you that we have a backup, or we have backing of everything that we do. So if we deploy a token, we will have liquidity for it, which means that it will have a set value when it comes, which it cannot drop below. So guys, we have some exciting things. I gotta say, my biggest thanks to our dev team. My dev team, I could not have been more happy and more proud to be working and partnering up with such a professional team. They have been spot on from day one, and they have the exact same vision that we have, my friends. And that is to create that ultimate decentralized financial ecosystem, which will surround and support the Tron Chain community and all its members, because it's you who made all of this possible. All right, guys, I'm going to check the chat. I see that we have a couple of hands raised up as well. I will bring you guys on and see if you have any questions, or if you have anything that you would like to say. If anybody would like to share their experience with Tron Chain, if it's going well, if it's going bad, let us hear. I would love to hear from the community itself, and I believe that a lot of people would love to hear some testimonials as well. Now, I will look at Avinash Ranjan. I'm unmuting you. Are you there?
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm from India, and the huge community from India joining in TRX chain, Tron chain in the world. Okay, basically, last few days when I heard about the Ether chain, I am afraid. But after the notification received from the U side, and today I also saw your link for the refund process, then I feel relaxed. Okay, it's a genuine, and actually this such types of thing happen in the last concept. Okay, my experience is very good still. date, day before. Okay,
Yeah.
and my question is that will we trust on this concept? Same concept we already work from last 3 to 4 months, like Tron dividend. They have also verified contract, as like you. Okay, same source code, everything is same as like a Tron chain, but they will pay 20%. I know 20% is not possible for every company to pay, but suddenly the contract balance zero. We are afraid, and my team is afraid. Is this happen with this in this concept or not? Who have
So
to?
thank you for, okay, very good question. So first and foremost, those, contracts, anything above 2%, is not sustainable at all. 1% is sustainable for a long time, yes, but there isn't a chance that the fund goes to zero. And how is this going to happen? It happens if the community stops. As said, this is a community build. It is sustained by the leaders, the community members that are building this community, building a team, helping to build and secure this community. That is what's sustaining this. Now, I personally will be adding, of course, multiple services that will be adding an additional income, but nothing that can completely replace the community
Right.
itself. So it's always
Exactly.
important that the community grows.
Okay, we just my team and also want. Can we look your team and your office? Just some video and your advertisement agency. Daily we show some images of the TRX chain from others country, but we don't know where you and your team and your professional staff working with you.
Okay, so I will definitely have this discussion with you or talk with you later on because, my friend, if you had just done a little bit of due diligence before you came on this call, you would have known that I am from Sweden. My developers are from Russia. Their name and their company name is IT Bello Lab and smartcontract.ru. They've been in the contract industry for more than since 2014. Everything is out there, my friend. So I will take you off right now, and we will go to someone else, and you will
Thank you,
I'm happy if
thank
you
you,
can go into the group chats, do some due
thank you,
diligence, ask those questions there.
thank you, thank you,
Thank you
thank you.
so much. All right, so let us see who else we can bring on. Let us bring on Ashok. Are you there, my friend? Ashok.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Many thanks, Andrew sir. Your thought, your idea, and we give us a revolutionary concept. Yes, I can say I should be I say, together we can change the world. Yes, we can many thousands times. Thanks, number one decentralized system, number one education system, number one leadership. Thanks, Trashid sir, Prasad sir, Rahul Ranjan sir. I many salutes. Thanks. We are
Thank,
revolutionary concept. Thanks, sir. Thanks.
thank you so
So
much, my
thanks.
friend. Thank you so
Long
much for
live
coming
Tron
on.
Chain. Long live Tron Chain.
Oh,
Thanks, sir.
absolutely.
Thanks.
We're going to be here for a long time. Thank you so much for your support and commitment. All right, let me see what else we have coming up here. Baron PhD. Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you today?
I'm good, Andres. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. The only thing I wanted to say is, I think Tron Chain has absolutely been fantastic. I think, the only issue that I had with it was the Clever Wallet, and I addressed that with them. And I don't know if people know this, and I just found this out that you actually have to have some Clever in the Clever Wallet in order to do the swap. Did you know that, Andreas?
Oh, no, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I
But
didn't know that either.
sounds good.
But once I had contacted you and you were saying that it wasn't a Tron Chain issue, it was a Clever Wallet issue, I contacted them, which was very easy to do.
Yeah.
They responded back immediately, which I appreciated. And they addressed those issues. And he said you have to have some Clever in the Clever Wallet in order to do the swap.
The swap
Because,
itself.
right, because the issue was it wasn't swapping for
Yeah.
me. Once I get people on the Clever, it wasn't swapping. So what they would have to do is send it to me, and we'd have to do a wallet-to-wallet transaction. They send it to me, I would convert it and send it back.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that's what was happening. So he told me that you have to have some in the Clever in order for it to swap. So if you notice, when you're actually doing the transaction, it'll say in there do you want to pull from the Clever? I don't know if anyone has noticed that or not, but
that might be. I've seen it, but I didn't notice it. But you know, it's a great
right,
thing that we got that cleared up. Absolutely. Thank you for
exactly.
thinking it
But
and bringing it to us as well.
if you do the transaction, and if you notice on there, once you hit next or something, it comes up and it'll say, do you want to use the funds in the Clever?
Yeah.
He said you have to have some in there in order to
Have to
do
have
the
some Clever in order to
I didn't
swap
know.
it.
So
I'll make a notice of
so
that so
now
we have
everybody
that for
does
everybody
know.
else.
Huh?
I'll make a notice for that in the group so that everybody knows in case they want to swap it.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, it's been absolutely fantastic. And then the other issue I had was the withdrawal, and on this particular account, and someone helped me with that, and that was taken care of as well. Other than that, you know, it's been growing, you know, just like EtherChain was, and I'm very pleased with it. You know, it's a great system, Andres. So kudos to you for being a fantastic leader and keeping your word. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Darius. So nice. Glad to hear. I appreciate that a lot, and thank you so much for your support and commitment to our community. Together, we're going to grow strong. That's for sure.
Thank you, love.
Thank you. All right, let us bring on the next, Mr. Carl Hovelson. Are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I sure am. Thanks, Andreas. Look,
my pleasure.
There's a couple of things I want to share in here. First of all, I've been in this industry for 40 years. I've been in the crypto space for 7 years, and here's what I'm going to tell you. What Andreas is doing right now by offering these refunds, this has not existed anywhere in this industry. Okay, this is literally an industry first. And he did not have to do this. He could have been like everybody else and said, hey, you know what? That's how it is. Suck it up, buttercup, and that's it, right? So just note that this is something that's history making in my eyes. Okay, what you can do with this is absolutely incredible too. I've never seen in my 40 years in this where every single member, and we have what, 108,000 members now, roughly?
Yeah, roughly.
Every single member is making at least 1% a day. That's also a history-making thing in this industry. Nowhere can you go where every single member is making that. So kudos to you, my friend, for putting this thing together. I'm so ecstatic you have no idea. I can just hardly wait for the rest of the stuff to come, because we're going to be attracting masses here. People don't realize it, but you're going to see from all of our, what we call, I guess, competitors out there are starting now to look at us. And I'm actually registering competitors already into this because they're already seeing what we're providing, right?
Yeah.
So again, congrats, bud.
Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you so much for those kind words. And you know, as I say always, you know, great things in business, they don't happen by one person. You know, they always happen by a team of people. And in this case, it's going to be the EclipCity community. We are about to do greatness, my friends. And a lot of people haven't really realized what we can accomplish with this. And that is what I think is so important, that we really dig into these Zooms with me and with everybody else to really catch that vision, because it's been around for a long time where people wanted to create, you know, a support fund for people that are in need, that are people, you know, where people give to each other. But it has always been controlled by someone, by a company, by a crowdfunding source or something like that. Here, we have a fully decentralized way of doing it. We have the technology, we have the skills, we have the people, we have the leadership, we have the developers, we have everything we need in order to create a complete ecosystem of financial services, which will be able to support this support fund. And that is what we're doing, guys. It's not something that will happen overnight, but I can tell you that in 3 months, we have gotten further than any other that I know of. And we are not just saying we're going to do it, we are doing it. We are doing it already. Guys, I want to bring on one last one. Dr. Pritesh, are you there?
Yeah, sir. Good evening.
How are you, my friend?
Yeah, fine, sir. And I say I'm from India, sir. And great to see you. And I'm following you. And it was great. We are doing very well. And I already completed 1 crore trons in this business. And we are very happy. We are enjoying it. And one thing I want to ask with you, sir. And here you were talking about DeFi project. So let me explain about what is all about that. So it will be kind enough to get some knowledge about that.
On
It was
the
great, sir. Very happy to meet with you.
My pleasure, my pleasure, and thank you so much as well. Do you mean the 5% admin fee for the platform?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes. So for the 5% admin fee is split two ways. So 2% of those 5% goes to my developers for continuous funding of the development of the ecosystem, while 3% was going to EtherChain. So it was going to EtherChain into the fund. It was converted to Ethereum, put into the fund, and in the final stages we used it for marketing purposes. Now that 3% is going to be used to refund the EtherChain members that were in loss because EtherChain stopped due to the high gas fees. The high gas fee crippled the community of EtherChain, so we couldn't really grow the way we should. And that's what happened. So right now, the 3% is being used for a refund to all members that were in loss in EtherChain. And of course, we're inviting them to participate, come here to participate in TRON CHAIN with us. And after the refund is completed, 2% will be going towards continuous development of our ecosystem, of our platforms. As I'm noticing, it's costing a lot to do this development. My team itself as well. I have more than 35 people working full time on my developer side. So things do cost a little bit, but that's why we're using the admin fee, and that is why I'm saying this is a community build. Because all of you have been a part of kind of funding this ecosystem that we're building to help support us again. So that's the 5% admin fee.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure, my friend. My pleasure.
Yes.
All right, guys. All right, so we are into 45 minutes, guys. I do apologize. I will have to jump off right now. Thank you to each and every one of you guys that came on and wanted to share a little bit of stories, share about who you are, what you feel, what you think TRON CHAIN has done for you. You know, this is by far the most amazing thing that we could, that we, 2 seconds here, I'm just gonna finish off. Sorry, guys, get all before I... There we go. So guys, as I was saying, we have the most amazing opportunity ahead of us. Not just ahead of us, right in front of us. We're already writing it, that's for sure. And I just want to make sure that you guys understand the importance. If you guys are here to build a community, if you guys are here to support us, that way, understand the importance of where we are right now, guys. 165,000 members in 3 months. Give it 3 months more, we're going to be 500,000. I actually think that we're going to be close to 750,000 before the end of this year. Now, the only question you want to ask yourself is, how many of them do you want to have in your team? How many of them do you want to be able to leverage on? Because guys, the world is open. No one has ever seen anything like this before, but everyone wants to be a part of it. 9.9 out of 10 says yes to TRON CHAIN. Why? Because we have security. We have shown integrity. We have transparency. We have a fully dedicated dev team with a professional marketing team as well. We have leadership that others would die to have. Because guys, it doesn't matter how good a smart contract is, if it doesn't have great leadership, it will not survive. It will not go. The community will not accept it because they don't have anyone to lead them, to push them, to show them what to do and where to go. Guys, we have hundreds, if not even thousands of leaders that are doing that exact thing, that are taking upon them the responsibility, just like Mr. Carl here, and a lot of the, I don't even want to mention names because I see a lot of you on here. You're doing webinars, you're doing Zooms, you're doing trainings for your teams. I was on a Zoom for India here the other day with more than 200 participants. The team is 10,000 wide. I mean, it's huge. Guys, each and every one of you, I want to deeply thank you for everything you're doing for this community. We are doing this together. Everyone supports everyone, and together we are completing the dream and the vision of this ecosystem. So with that, again, I'm not going to keep you too long. Guys, stay tuned. Come on Wednesday, same time, same link. We are going to talk about EclipCity and everything around. Hopefully, we might have some more information about the upcoming DeFi platforms and tokens. So have a look for that. Other than that, we're going to have the CyberChain presentation tomorrow. And for that, I want to wish you all a pleasant evening, pleasant morning, pleasant afternoon for wherever you are. And I'll see you soon again. All right, guys, take care.